This program features live coverage of an African safari and may include animal kills and carcasses. Viewer discretion is advised.
My mama always said life is like a box of chocolates and you never know what you're gonna get. But in this particular case, in the afternoons, we absolutely know that we're going to get a thunderstorm of some description. This is Safari Live.
I am in the middle of one of the true wilderness areas left in the world.
This is the most mind-blowing wildlife experience you could ever hope to have.
You are live, you are live. A very good afternoon to all of you and welcome to a delayed start to our sunset safari. We do apologize, but you are now live and on a safari throughout the wilderness areas of Africa. Now, just a quick introduction for those of you that are new to these live safaris. My name is Jamie, and this afternoon it is a pleasure for those of you who missed the sunrise safari to announce that Archie is on camera with me, having joined our staff as a permanent cameraman. So very warm welcome to Archie. I'm sure you'll all be as welcoming and kind as you always are. We're live from the Maasai Mara in Kenya. It is the rainy season, which means, well, it rains quite a bit. But because this is a live safari, you can send through your questions and comments on hashtag Safari Live on Twitter. We do sincerely apologize. We're having tremendous problem with our internet at the moment, hence why the start is late. But we're out, we're about, and we're avoiding that. It's well on its way towards us, I have to say. It's covered the ridge already. It is moving at great speed. I think it was a storm like that I got stuck in on the other side of that ridge with Malika's boys, the two young cheetah brothers who were playing in the storm water afterwards. It was a wonderful, wonderful thing. I think it's probably my best cheetah sighting ever. I was just telling Archie about it now, hence why it's fresh on my mind. So, this morning I went off in search of the female cheetah with the cubs. I didn't have any success, unfortunately. I did find two male cheetah, but right on the border of Tanzania, the two border boys. So we won't be going there this afternoon, not with this weather on its way. I think we're going to stick around close to home. Everything's a little soggy, a little muddy, but that's okay. This morning we also found a brand new little baby giraffe, probably born the night before, I think. It was utterly beguiling. It was too sweet for words. But I think that today we're gonna stick around here. I heard, without giving any description of area, I heard that this morning one of the guides found 7 different black rhino. I'm hoping perhaps we might have luck with at least one of them. A little bit further on, or a little bit later, we will be joined by our crew in South Africa. However, until then, it's not just myself nattering on at you. There is someone else who'd like to say good afternoon. Brent is out. Let's head over to him.
Well, hello, and welcome to a lovely afternoon here in the Maasai Mara. My name is Brent Smith. I have Jahawi on camera, and you're on your very own privately guided live African safari. Now, as with all safaris, you want to ask your guide questions. So if you want to ask me any questions, you can do that by using the hashtag Safari Live on whatever platform you might be watching on. Now, Jamie is working around to the north of us. I'm having a quick squiz for some lions in this area. They tend to like to hang around these little forested patches. And we've spent quite a lot of time with this particular pride. It's the little sausage pride, not the big sausage pride. So my aim is to look for sausages and both sausages this afternoon. If we don't get any luck with the little sausages, we'll head down a little bit further south and east towards where the big sausages live. Now, of course, always a chance we might get leopard in this area as well as a cheetah. But there's some storms to the northwest of us. So far, it looks like we might be able to sneak around the peripheries. One can always hope. Ah, there we go. Top of the tree there, Jar. That one there. We have got some mayor's parrots, or sometimes also called a little bit to the right. There we go, or brown parrots, squawking about. Now, a lot of the Diospyruses are fruiting at the moment, and it's attracting lots and lots of parrots to them. At the moment, these guys are not feeding, they're just having a little conversation, probably about where to go next. So they live in small flocks. You can hear them, they're quite noisy, a very typical parrot-like sound. I've got quite a big distribution. Whoa, off they go. They occur all the way from the northern Kruger National Park and the Limpopo Valley in South Africa, all the way through most parts of Zambia, Tanzania, Malawi, and into Kenya, Uganda, and even up into Ethiopia. So a very big distribution. Bill's wondering how many different types of parrots do we get in Africa? Oh, I used to know the answer to this, but we'll quickly run through them, Bill. We have the mayor's parrot, which we've just seen. We have an African orange-bellied parrot, 2 African grey parrot, 3 Cape parrot, 4 grey parrot, grey-headed parrot, 5. I'm trying to think. I know there's quite a few more. There's a Niam parrot up from Senegal. That's 7. I didn't bring my big bird book with me, which has got all of them. I think in total there's about 10 or 11 parrot species indigenous to Africa. And there's 1 parakeet species, but it's not indigenous, rosy-ringed parakeet. Now, there's quite a stable population of them in some urban areas, but those are of escaped pets. So Johannesburg, Durban, Nairobi, Naivasha all have a feral population of rosy-ringed parakeets. Species in just hang on. There we go. I'll double check on that for you. Now, we are getting a little bit of picture breakup and black screen. Apologies, but we are bringing to you this live from the middle of the African bush, and sometimes we do have a few little technical difficulties. But our incredible tech team is on it and have seemed to have sorted it. So while I run away from the big storm that's coming, let's go see what birds Jamie's found just to the north of us.
Guinea fowl. I was going to run away from the storm as well, but Brent stole my idea. He didn't steal my idea, but we can't both go that way. I suppose we could, but the storm's here already. We found guinea fowl in their alarm calling, and you'll notice that I'm speaking quite softly. Just listen. You'll be able to hear them? No, that's uncanny. As soon as I say that, the animals stop making a noise. It's like some kind of magic power I have over them. As soon as I say listen, they stop. It's ridiculous. Els, after all of this, the reason I wanted to stop and I wanted to actually have a look at this, or stop in this position, is they were alarm calling. And the fact that they're up in a tree would suggest potential cat predator somewhere around here. I don't see an eagle. I don't know what it was that they saw or what frightened them. There's a couple of relaxed-looking giraffe, although they are staring in our direction. Let's go forward a little bit, Archie, and just see if we can see what's caused their distress. But now they've stopped alarm calling. It's because I said let's listen to them, I'm convinced. And then we're going to have to put our covers down. It's coming. It's here. We're already getting drenched. What did you see, guinea fowl? Or are you just alarm calling at the storm, which I concede is quite alarming? I don't see anything. Do I? I wish I could just go and quickly look in that lugger, but I can't. Something smells. Something smells like lion scat. Mia, on average, the Mara will get over 1,000 mils of rain annually. That's quite a fair amount. Okay, we're going to have to cover up, Els. We really do. Right now. Like, right now. Oh, here it comes. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. sitting with my comms in. There's nothing here that I can see. Hopefully there's no lions, because we're going to have to get out to cover up. Okay, we're going to jump out, we're going to cover up our vehicle, we'll be back with you shortly, but while we do that, off you go to Brent.
Welcome back, everyone, and we are trying to race away from that storm. It sounds like Jamie's already got caught in the rain and is having to put her rain covers down. So what I'm going to try to do, hang on, what do we got there? There's vultures, I think there's lions on a kill. I think I just saw a lion disappear into the grass. Or it was a hyena, but there's something afoot. Now, we've got to be quite careful in this area, especially after the rain. Is that a hyena? It's a hyena and vultures. I wonder what's going on there. Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to go have a closer look. Now, it's quite possible the lions might have made a kill here, and the hyena and the vultures are feeding off the scraps. Okay. Tom is wondering, what is the highest concentration of animals in the triangle? Tom, well, it depends. Probably in pure numbers, it'll be Topi in the triangle. Okay, let's go have a look what's going on here. Now, of course, I might have been unfair towards the hyenas, and they might have made this kill all by themselves without stealing it from the lions. But the fact is that the little sausage pride isn't the biggest pride, and they're right on the border between two quite big clans of hyenas. As I said, you've got to be quite careful in this area. It can be very sticky, and there's some big holes about. Okay, oh, there's another hyena in the grass here. Now, what could also have happened is there might actually be a dead hippo in the water, and that's what's brought all these animals here. I think that's quite possible. Oh, look at that, swimming hyena and dead hippo. Oh, smelly. Stop panicking, Howard. Yes, it's okay. It's not, it's a dead buffalo. I thought it was a hyena, but it's a dead, a hippo, but it is a dead buffalo. And you can just see the horn out there. And this is where vultures have a slide. Oh, this is going to be funny. He's going to fall in. Is he going to fall in? Come on, hyena, you can do it. Leap. Leap onto the rotting carcass. Now, of course, it's impossible to say how this buffalo expired, but it has been expired for a while, judging from the smell. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 hyenas around. Let's go see. Is the temptation of putrid flesh too much for that little one? Is it going to take the plunge? Oh, I can hear it complaining. Goldie is wondering, are these hyenas all from the same clan? Yes, they are. Oh, there we go. I do like hyenas. Goldie, yes, they are from the same clan. If it was a different clan, they would actually try and murder each other. Okay, I think we're going to have to do the same as Jeremy when she's done. I'm just going to move forward a bit for you, Jer. There we go. So try and get out back to the wind a bit. So, I'm just going to go and... how long do you think we got? We got a little bit. We got a little bit before we have to put our rain covers down. Okay, well, we're going to sit here with the swimming hyenas, but we are going to drop our covers, and so while we do that, let's go back to Jamie and the giraffe. Just drop to one side.
Filming through the window for the duration of the storm. Unfortunately, when the storm hits properly, we'll have to close up both windows and just sit and hope and enjoy the sheer joy of being in the tent car again. So we've got a male here and a young male on the right by the looks of things. So there's a fully grown male. It's a nice example of how you can actually tell the difference between a male and a female, or more tricky, tell the difference between a young male and a female. So let's have a closer look at the one on the right, and if we can, have a look at its ossicones. Let's ignore the obvious part. Now, when you look at ossicones like that, you think immediately female giraffe. And you could be forgiven for thinking that, because of course they have tufts of hair on the top of them. Oh, shame, this wind is making them nervous as well. They've got tufts of... Females tend to have tufts of hair, whereas the males have baldish ossicones. They don't have as much black hair. But a young male, there you go, you can just see the bald patches developing at the top. A young male actually has a great deal more hair around the top. There you go, that's an example of a fully mature male. Very well developed ossicones, and at the same time, at the top of his head, a very well developed bump between his eyes. Oh, in a young male, it's harder to see that because those features haven't fully developed yet. He hasn't reached maturity. To find let's just give this giraffe the let's watch the process. Presumably. Oh, it's quite a mouthful. Okay, there we go. Let's see if one comes back up again. There we go. Did you see that? Moving up his neck. Oh, look, he even winked at us, as if to say, yep, that's what I was about to do. So he's ruminating. Mary, you say gorgeous. He is gorgeous, isn't he? He's quite lovely. Now imagine, we always talk about rumination and the fact that the animals bring up this sort of bolus of grass, or in the giraffe's case, leaves, back into their mouths and re-chew it. But it's fascinating to watch it move along the neck, particularly when in the case of the giraffe, you've got to have this reverse peristalsis motion so that it can travel all the way up a 2-meter long neck. So let's see if we can... Oh, no, he's going to turn away from us. Now he's got shy. He's got shy. Don't go away. I was going to say, let's see if we can watch the process unfold. But he doesn't seem to want to do that. Now, I'm pretty sure I know where Brent is in terms of that dead buffalo, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's go back across and see how much of that buffalo the hyenas have consumed.
Well, this hyena is trying to get out of the water and is not doing a very good job of it. It's tried to climb out in a couple of different spots. Oh, there we go. Success. At last. And out there, we are...